Grace and peace, beautiful people. Grace and peace. Lil Sis, I'm back here with you. You heard, man. I want to hold a conversation with you about a couple of things that may be a stronghold for you that you're not paying attention to, especially once you come out of this particular factor of age range or whatnot. Now, the crazy thing about this is like my third time trying to record this. I did it a couple of times, and I thought it was going through, but it ain't never went through. And that's telling me another area on how the devil operates through social media. So let's think about these strongholds, because if you don't understand these objectives now, then once you get out of this, you may never come back. You heard, man? Let's talk about it. When it comes towards texting, if you are the individual that use acronyms and whatever text that you're doing, whoever you texting, you're using your acronyms and all this other stuff, all that's telling other people is where you're at, you know what I'm saying, when it comes towards how you pronunciate yourself. Because you got to understand, in this particular day and era, if you're still texting acronyms and you're beyond this, basically that's telling the individual that you're connected with is that you're not reading. You heard me? You're not furthering your knowledge in any kind of way because you're trying to find little sections where you can hurry up and save time or whatever the deal is, when in actuality, that's a stronghold that you're actually operating out of, to the point to where whenever your children get to an age where they start coming home with spelling tests or whatever the deal is, that child is going to struggle because nobody at the house seems to know how to spell certain words. And at the end of the day, that child been looking at your phone, reading the stuff that you text and seeing how you text certain things, and they thinking that's how that stuff is supposed to be spelled, when in actuality, nah, that's not how that works. Let's go into number 2. Changing your name on social media every week, every month, 2-3 times a year, whatever the deal is. What is that actually saying? That's saying that you have no identity. You heard, man? If you want to block somebody, understand this. Within you blocking somebody, in this day and era, all they're going to do is they're going to just open up another account and one of their children's names or whatever and try to make it seem like, because you got to think, on social media platforms, they got individuals that'll have profiles, but the children will be on the profile. Don't think that adult not the one that's, you know what I'm saying, looking around and, you know what I'm saying, trying to be strategic with what they're actually doing, when in all, don't do that. Have your own identity. That's the way that the devil is keeping you from understanding who you actually are, if you got to keep switching up your screen name or whatever your particular name is, or little dancer name or whatever. But anyway, let's keep going. When it comes towards eating, some of my little sisters, y'all, you know what I'm saying, you feel a certain type of way about your size or whatever the deal is. Now, that's totally understandable, because I've been a big guy all my life, so I feel where you're coming from. But let me put another thought in your head to where you may start to see things differently. You heard me? Let's think about it. Every last one of us was told that we're supposed to eat 3 meals a day. So factor that. 3 meals a day, 7 days a week is 21 meals. Now, of course, this next sentence is TMI, but if you think about it, if you have your bowel movement 1 time a day as normal, you heard, man, 7 days a week, you still have 14 meals still stuck in you. Can you remember what you ate 14 meals ago? I know I can't remember it either. Now think about it. We're only talking meals. We're not talking about cakes, cookies, pies. You heard, man, candy, all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to give your particular system time to be able to actually regenerate, digest, and all this other stuff, especially if you eat, like, say, about an hour before you go to sleep. You're not actually resting. That's the reason why you wake up tired when that alarm clock set off in the morning, because your body never really rested. You heard me? It was just breaking down the whole time that you were actually supposedly trying to get you some rest. But anyway, let's keep going. whenever it comes towards males and men, because at this age, you still believe that you already had your experience with men. Well, any man that's making you believe that if he having sex with you, that's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, he's committed to you and all this other stuff. Nah, here's the situation. Every boy was raised to believe that once you have sex is when you become a man. So think about that. Every boy believes or was raised to think that whenever he has sex, that makes him a man. No, what makes you a man is when you don't allow your particular basement, you heard me, your basement to overcome your particular attic. You heard me? Once you get you a man that start thinking from the attic rather than the basement, that's where you experience you a man, because the difference is all these individuals that you're coming across, they're interested in you on behalf of your body. Now, chances are there's a new day and era that's going on these days, and a lot of people are into manifestations. So let's think about manifestation. Manifesting is going to make you believe that every new man that comes into your life, the only reason why I'm saying man is because at this age, that's what you're saying. Every man that comes into your life is supposedly your person. Now, think about it. Every new man that you like is the one you're going to give the opportunity to get the conversation from. Now, strategically, you're only going to ask that man about himself. You're not going to ask him about his generational curses, his soul ties, his you know, it's all kind of, it's a lot of different things, and I don't want to be too long, but you are never going to ask him about those things because you're not tapping into those things as far as your particular family either. So if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing as far as trying to figure out who you are, or why did the Lord bring you into this world, and he's not doing the same thing, you all can't get mad at each other whenever that situation break up or falls apart or whatever the situation is. You heard, man? If everybody doing the same thing, then guess what? You're going to continue to get the same results, because now it becomes a cycle. And once you get out this particular age range, now for sure you may be lost and can't be found, because whenever somebody will tell you these particular types of things, is going to go against your particular programming at that point. You heard me? You're going to hear the message, but strategically, you're not going to stop the operation. You know what I'm saying? You're going to, this is how I always been, and this is how I always did things. And guess what? This is how you'll always get these particular results. You heard me? You got to start taking accountability for your particular actions, just like everybody else that you're intertwined with within this particular season, because all of us are in different seasons. That's just like being in church. You go to church, you got one pastor, they got one sermon, and it's spread it over the multitudes. Now, everybody that's in the multitudes are in different seasons. That means they're going to only extract that certain piece in their season from that particular message. You heard me? Just like these messages. If you ever come across my message, something that's going to be said, whatever it is that is happening in your particular season, that's all you got to grab from it. Extract that and leave everything out, because certain seasons you'll get certain information to get you along in your particular journey. You heard me? I hope that there was something that was said that's going to help you to recreate the narrative. You know what I'm saying? I know that the holiday weekend is here. If that's something that you celebrate, definitely be safe. And I'll see you soon. Grace and peace.